Hello and welcome back to New Hampshire's #1 sports podcast, where one of the hosts is on a no-carb diet, so that means he just eats fistful of cheese. It is the Neverwheres podcast. I'm your host, Tom Brown, joined as always by my brother Tim. And Tim, how is the weight just melting off with this cheese diet?
No, it got a little jammed up on Monday. Sunday, I had a chicken pot pie, and that was just
like Michael Scott, a whole chicken pot pie.
no. Kate had some of it.
So you had 3/4 of a chicken pot pie. Like, did you leave some for leftovers? I mean, it wouldn't be
No,
jammed up if you had a slice.
no, there was no left. It wasn't that big.
Okay, it was a family size. Was it in a pie dish?
Yeah,
Okay, it was a normal chicken pot pie. Tim, you had too much chicken pot pie.
it was good.
Yeah,
It
it
was
sounds
good.
it. I mean, if you ate the whole damn thing in a sitting,
No potatoes.
why?
I don't know. I
So you
bought
bought
this.
it,
Yeah, from a local place just opened up.
but it was good.
It was very good.
Are
Just
you
no
gonna leave a
potatoes.
note in their suggestion box that said put potatoes in your chicken pot pie?
No, because you definitely noticed there wasn't any. A lot of carrots, which
Hmm.
you know I could do. Carrots are cool.
Yeah. Just maybe throw a potato in. That's all I'm saying.
Just one potato would have been nice.
Okay, Tim. What we expected happened. The Patriots hired Bill O'Brien to be their offensive coordinator, which, whatever you want to say, it's just a step in the right direction. It's smart. It
It's
it's an offensive guy.
Give me 1 second. Boom. Yeah, I completely agree. And shit, I lost his name. They're looking to hire. He was drafted by the Patriots. Um, he played offensive line. He's a coach at Oregon.
Chip Kelly?
No,
For what? Can you
uh,
complete that
Adrian
thought?
Clem.
Okay.
Adrian Clem is going to be the reported offensive line coach, which means Patricia is like out.
Which means good.
Yeah, good riddance. But I think both are a step in the right direction.
Oh,
Although there was something on somewhere on the internet. I get fooled by the internet all the time. It was like Bill O'Brien coached Mac Jones at Alabama, so we should expect to see that offense. You shouldn't.
yeah.
He
Don't
threw to awesome wide receivers against.
against college players. I mean,
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
so um this is from Doug Kaid. I I think I'm saying that right. Kaid, who worked for Nesson and then went to Pro Football Focus and is he covers the Patriots a lot because I think he's local, but the last year passing concept rank or rate, I should say. So it's Patriots ranked in passing concept rate. Sorry, that's the tweet. And here we go. In the quick game, they were 27th. Drop back concept, so straight drop back, they were second in the league. Play action, which I shouted into this microphone 1,000 times that they should do. They are 24th in the NFL in running play action plays. 31st in
This is like how
bootlegs.
often they ran the
How
play.
often they ran this type of concept.
Okay, so it has nothing to do with actual success.
No, not success, just how often they ran it. 31st, so second to last in bootlegs, which Mac isn't like a speedy guy, but it helps to move him.
Don't tell him.
Obviously,
Tell
third
him.
in screen and then 22nd in run pass option, RPO.
How is it possible they were third in screen? Who ran more screens? There was a play they ran 19 screens.
I don't know. I don't know who ran more, but
You said they were second in what, straight dropbacks?
Yes.
That's a surprising number to me.
Is it though? They didn't do anything. They just, if it
No,
wasn't
but
a screen, he went straight back and dumped it off to a running back. They did nothing creative.
I know, but I felt like they ran first and second down most of the time. So
Yeah,
it's
but
just
this is,
strange. Oh,
I'm
I guess
saying,
shotgun. There's no shotgun.
no, Tim,
But
this is just straight up when you pass the ball. It has nothing to do with run plays. It is,
oh, okay.
yeah, it's just straight up pass plays. The run game has nothing to do with it. I did, so
Where were they in
as
shotgun snaps?
it doesn't
And
have like the formation. It just has the type
do you
of
think
concept.
straight drop back would count as a shotgun play? Because when you say straight drop back, I think 3-step, 7-step drop, and I don't think they ran that much. But if
I'm talking,
shotgun snaps are in there, then I guess so.
yes. I'm saying, so what this is saying is they snapped the ball and no action was done.
Oh, okay.
No rollout, no play fake, obviously. Just they were second in snapping the ball and looking for receivers, which is probably the easiest thing for the 4 to 6
Stop.
defensive backs to stop.
Yeah.
So Bill O'Brien's coming in. Like you said, Patricia might be out, and you know what? Fine. That's the best.
Or I guess they put him somewhere on defense, but there's nowhere for him to go on defense.
He'll probably just keep getting them checks by having like just one of those advisory roles or something.
Yeah.
But
Which is fine.
yeah, just
And
don't let him make the big decisions.
do you think, because I saw another thing that breaks down like the Patriots coaching tree, is Jared Mayo going to be the defensive coordinator?
Well, he's the associate head coach or assistant head coach, isn't he? He was,
Assistant head coach.
yeah, he would. I saw that he was in on the offensive line interviews. He sat right next to Belichick. It seems like he's just
He's the next heir.
Belichick's successor, which,
Yeah. Which
again,
we talked about last week.
love it.
Yeah.
Love it. He's just a guy that I think is everyone respects him, everyone likes him. Just
First
go with
move,
him.
get rid of Steve Belichick as your defensive play caller.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is I agree. I feel like the whole Belichick thing is the the nepotism thing is pretty crazy, but their defense isn't bad. It's just, that
I don't think
it's all Bill Belichick.
their defense is good. Their defense is not great. Like they beat up on shitty teams.
They always do. Yeah. They I mean, who knows? We'll get to it, but maybe the Bills weren't as great as everyone thought, but they did do a good job against the Bills in the second game this year. But
Yeah, I mean, I think the Bills have really tailed off hard
I I got a
from the beginning.
comparison that I'm pretty stoked about that I thought of the other day watching or after that game, maybe the next day. So let's just get into it. The first game of
Okay.
the weekend was Chiefs Jags. You were over here. We were having a little celebration. Watched a little bit of the
Congrats,
game.
Allie.
Yep, 300 babies caught. Um, so we were watching a little bit of the game. I don't know if you ended up catching up or you definitely saw what happened. Mahomes got hurt. That's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that's the big thing for next week. But they beat the Jags. The Chiefs beat the Jags. Trevor Lawrence, Jack texted us, and I was behind, so I just saw the text but didn't know what it meant.
I was
Said
driving, so also didn't know what it meant.
Trevor Lawrence didn't deserve that, and that was the fumble at like the 2 yard line. And then he texted, but he did deserve that. Even that pass the pick he threw in the fourth quarter, hell of a play.
Yeah, he's good. I mean, I don't have the Jags. I'll tell you what, the Jags never gave up ever.
No,
The Chiefs kind of, put it down their throat in the beginning of that game, and then they were like, "We're not out of this." Mahomes gets hurt, obviously, but I I just can't get over how bad all of this makes Urban Meyer look. Like that
Oh
team had
man.
good players. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, they signed Christian Kirk and another number 2 wide receiver, but everybody else was on that team.
Yeah. No, and it shows you, and I mean rookies aren't always gonna come out and light up the world, but it shows you how much they stunted Lawrence. He looked so bad last year. He looked so lost.
Yeah.
And I hate this comparison because everyone likes to do it when a rookie doesn't have a good year and might not be that good. They always say, the most interceptions ever thrown was by Peyton Manning as a rookie. But in this situation, you could look at it down the road and be like, holy shit, Trevor Lawrence had because of Urban Meyer, 100%, a Peyton Manning-esque rookie year and then was incredible. He is fun to watch and he's going to be fun to add to those other quarterbacks in the AFC, which is also a scary thought for us as Patriots fans.
Yeah, the AFC is not getting any easier for the next 10 years at least, right?
Oh, yeah, at least that. Who knows? With their high level of income and advances in medical science, we could be talking 20.
So,
But Mahomes, he missed a series and Chad Henne scored a touchdown, which,
Chad Henne's a born winner.
uh, mm-hmm, sure.
He made that third and short in the playoffs that got him to the Super Bowl. So,
Yeah,
is Mahomes even that good? You have to wonder.
that could be a discussion for after we hit all the topics today that you can do on your own on Twitter after having a couple sours. But he Mahomes and Kelsey, they just did it in the fourth quarter after the Jaguars came within 3 points. They just drove down the field and scored again.
Yeah, the Jacks just didn't cover him. That was a
You gotta wonder what was going on there. I know
maybe at 10 catches. You say, you know what? Let's just double him till the game's over.
Peyton Manning debunked the halftime adjustments thing. And did you hear that?
Yeah, where he said you pretty much just drink water and
Eat a couple orange slices, and the coach says, "Let's go,"
yeah,
which is just great. I saw something Mitchell Schwartz on Twitter retweeted it and said, "Thank you for saying this." But
it's just funny. People like 15
half
minutes is at halftime.
halftime adjustment. All that said, maybe say, guys, what we can't do is give up 14 catches to Travis Kelsey. Make another guy beat us. And
Yeah,
maybe it's a personnel thing. Like we're not deep on the Jags linebacker core and roster, but
no,
you think you would be like, let's chip them. Let's jam them at the line. Let's muck it up. But they didn't.
they did not, and they let him just roam free underneath the entire next that drive you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Also, it does seem like the Chiefs got someone good to finally fill that running back role in Pacheco.
Not McKinnon, I'll tell you that much. Played him. Terrible pick.
Yeah. Well, Tim. You also, I bet, didn't expect Travis Kelsey to get 14 catches and 17 targets. That's
That's why we play the game.
That's why you play the game. That's why it's called gambling. NTN's good. Etienne, there's no N there, so Etienne's good.
I think
Christian
it's
Kirk,
ETN.
Etienne, sure. Everyone knows who I'm talking about. If you're listening to this podcast, you know who I'm talking about. Or watching us on YouTube. We're now on YouTube. But so the Chiefs won. We expected that, but the big thing coming out of it how will Patrick Mahomes look this week?
I just read something. He's not even in a boot. So
Toradol's a hell of a drug.
he'll be juiced up. I don't,
Don't worry, we'll get to that second half of the episode.
okay.
And then, Tim, I'm going to be honest. About a quarter and a half into that Eagles-Giants game, I picked up a book and I kind of started reading and had my eye on Eagles-Giants, but I was like, this is just a straight-up ass-kicking.
Yeah. I was a little more motivated because I had the over. of 48 points.
which didn't cover or
No,
they didn't reach the over.
they did not. But like, ooh, all the Giants had to do was score a touchdown, though. You know,
Hmm.
and then we would have been there. Uh, no, that game was ugly. I mean, I'll say outside of the Niners Cowboys game, and maybe it's because like I was driving during the Jags game. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, so you kind of lose the feel of the game.
Yeah, I know what
None
you
of
mean.
the games were that close.
I think the Bengals Bills had like a better opportunity or like had a chance to. It didn't actually play out. Um, but yeah, they
No,
weren't
I'm just
like
saying, like when you
close
go from the
games.
Eagles game to the Cincinnati game, you're just like, huh. It's kind of just like you keep thinking a team will come back. I mean, I never thought the Giants were going to come back, but
No, no, they and then the Giants just going ahead and punting in the fourth quarter. It's kind of like you just go for it. What do you have to lose? I mean,
exactly
you're you are down at this point like
20 points.
20 points, 31-7. It's but yeah, I just, fired off a couple dozen pages in a book. And just, peeking. But there was nothing, I take nothing from it. The Eagles look like a buzzsaw, but did the Giants beat an even shittier team in a lucky Vikings team? Was that just like the Vikings weren't that good? The Giants were better than them. But when it came down to it, the Giants were the 7 seed
Yeah, I
or
think it's
6 seed, I guess.
a good like it's a good season for the Giants.
Yeah.
I also think that this shows that Daniel Jones isn't the answer.
It's yeah, probably, but they could use a wide receiver.
Any what? Kadarius Tony?
They
I
could
mean,
use Kadarius Toney. He's a bit of a playmaker, but he was always hurt.
hasn't been hurt on the Chiefs yet. That's not true, right? He was hurt for a couple of weeks.
Hmm. Yeah, he got hurt. Yeah, I think he played an awesome game and then left a game.
Yeah, I agree. Didn't take much away. I I was a tad bit surprised with how well the Eagles' offense was played. Like I
Yeah,
thought they were going to be rusty, and they just weren't.
no. Again, doing some reading and listening leading up to the game. I think the Giants linebackers were no kind of pinged as a little bit of a problem, as an issue for the team, and that played out not good,
No,
and they got their asses handed to them. But I mean, it's just another week that Lane Johnson gets to heal. I mean, I know he played, but I'm sure he's resting up, getting some heat, ice, alternate heat and ice, a little foam roll.
you do
But
that for torn groin.
mm-hmm,
It's an
mm-hmm.
outrageous injury to play with.
Yeah, Tim. Well,
Offensive lineman, I get it.
yeah, I try and preach it to you. All right,
Played with
so
once.
then we're gonna move right into Sunday afternoon, which,
Was
thank
full of
God you,
tacos and stone face.
oh, jeez. Thank God for being able to record the game because I had some afternoon plans that came up Sunday morning. So I
You're
was
just
behind.
you're just too busy of a person.
I know, Tim. It's
I don't
tough when
even get it.
well, you know what it is, Tim? I'll tell you what it is. And you wouldn't get it. It's tough being the funkle, you know?
Yeah, man.
Everyone, everyone wants a piece. But thank God I got home, put the kid down, watched all the games from start to finish. But know what it did suck, or what did suck about it? I ended up starting the 6:30 game at like 8:15. I was like, God damn it! I was so excited to start this.
So you were just in the normal spot.
Yeah.
Hey, can I go back on last week's word? Didn't mind the 6:30 start.
Oh, yeah, you're
Worked
warming
out
up,
well. We ate dinner at the couch.
obviously.
Um,
It's a big game. All
yeah,
right.
and I missed only like 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes of game time.
But did you hit pause or record?
Yeah, I'm saying like it only took me like 10
Oh,
minutes of
yeah.
actual game minutes to catch up.
Yeah. But anyways, Bills Bengals. The
Bloodbath.
buzzsaw of the Bills lost to the Bengals. This team that was supposed to run away with the league at the beginning of the year and started that way, but then it all changed halfway through. Tim, here's this for a comparison. Okay.
Hmm.
Chiefs have won a Super Bowl. Bengals have made it to a Super Bowl. So if we're comparing to the last era of football, that Chiefs Bengals tier, would you say is Patriots Colts? Can you give me that? That's what, if I'm comparing, you know,
And that's interesting because I was gonna. Uh, okay,
the
you.
Colts won. That's the thing. The Colts won two
I
Super
know,
Bowl
but
or one Super Bowl. But here's the team I keep thinking of, Tim. The Philip Rivers Chargers. Just couldn't, just couldn't.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Just, you know, I guess you could also
I
make the
I
Bengals
just
Steelers comparison
yeah, I was
because
gonna say
those Big
Steelers,
Ben's,
Patriots.
yeah. But I mean, the Colts, I'm saying, were
They won a Super Bowl, so you
won a
got that.
Super Bowl and lost the Super Bowl. So they were
And
in
the
there
Buffalo's
twice.
never been as dominant as the Colts were in the regular season. So I
But
think the Chargers are a night, you know.
know why I'm saying that? Because this awesome Buffalo team hasn't made the AFC Championship yet. They haven't made it out of the divisional round.
I'm gonna be honest. Are they an awesome team?
In
This
a
awesome Buffalo team, like yeah, they start out hot.
is it
They
in a really
play in
shitty
probably the
AFC East? They
arguably
are.
the huh?
They're the awesome team in a shitty AFC East.
That's what I was gonna say. They're in the what would you say third worst division in football?
NFC South, AFC South. Yeah,
AFC East.
yeah. Mm-hmm. NFC North has been good with the Packers, and that was a little down this year. But Lions were exciting.
Bottom
Yeah, no,
half,
yeah, no,
bottom
I
half
agree.
in like
They're
religious
dominating a
bottom
shitty
half for
division.
20 years.
And now, hey, we benefited from a team dominating a shitty division, but they kept going.
They won Super Bowls.
Six of them.
So
Six of them.
they looked awful in this game.
You know, Tim, Stephon Diggs is yelling at Josh Allen. Josh Allen's missing all these deep passes. Josh Allen might just be trying to hit the home run. He
There
needs to
was,
play a
but it
little more
wasn't even like
small
there
ball.
was that many home run. Like, yeah, he missed a couple long ones, but it was like all these crossers where Diggs is open
Mm,
and the ball is just thrown out of bounds.
yeah. And
I
have you
think it would be
noticed?
more like they could say Josh Allen had elbow surgery this week,
Hmm.
and I would say, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Sure. I'm betting that injury hurt his accuracy. My question is the decision making was awful. How many times was he like, you know what, the best play here is I'm just gonna run it for like 8 yards and then do a weird. Why does he always seem like pissed at the ref or someone when he gets up? He like throws the ball to the sideline or like looks around pissed off. I don't know. He makes weird decisions when it's like you have two really good, like Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs, Dawson Knox.
Isaiah McKenzie, ask Miles Bryant about him.
Yeah,
Probably sees him in his nightmares.
no, he doesn't. Miles Bryant, just think he's doing a great job.
He's not.
Um,
He's not.
just so unimpressed with the Bills.
I will. The Bengals offense looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about the winners now. That it it really, I think I said this last week. Seems like Joe Burrow just kind of is like, oh, it's playoffs now. I'm really gonna focus up, not make mistakes. Just hit either one of my number one wide receivers. Let's not
Three
forget.
of them. Three of them.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Let's not forget how excited everyone was about T. Higgins before they got Jamar Chase. It was like, holy shit, the Bengals have a wide receiver. Like, they have a guy.
Yeah.
And then they coupled him with Jamar Chase, and it's just ridiculous.
And Boyd is good.
Oh, I love
Boyd
Boyd.
was the number
Sure.
one before both of them.
Sure.
Now
But
he's the number three, and Hayden Hurst is just nasty.
Mixon and Pirine, I mean,
The other white guy with the number 16 who
and
destroyed the Patriots.
all all this with guys, the D line just dropping like flies.
O-line.
O line. Ted
Yeah,
Karras
jeez,
just
they
put a
just
fucking
can
brace on it. That was dope.
they just cannot catch a break on the
If
offensive line.
they beat the Chiefs, and again, we'll get to that, that that
They're
week off
fucked.
in between,
Oh, I
it's
see.
going to be huge. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
D
I'm just
lines,
saying they are
front
the
sevens of the
D
next
lines. They're
seven,
gonna
or I mean, of the
they're
next
bad.
two teams, the front seven of the NFC teams is terrifying.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, Joe Mixon, 120 yards. They did whatever they wanted to the Bills.
It's just the not just that.
Another weird game though, like coached game. Like you can't score 17 points in one play. The Bills did not sustain one drive the entire game.
Well, I was looking that up now because I was impressed with what the Bengals did in the second half. And hold on, I got like I'm about to do a backflip about something in the second half, but hold on. The
Good thing
Bills,
we're on YouTube so that people can see this.
yes. I've never successfully done a backflip. I've tried into pools, really read back. Second half, the Bills had a 15 play drive, but you know what? It ended in a field goal. So what's that? What good is that? You're down. But the Bengals had a 12, let's look, 8 play drive that was a touchdown, 12 play drive that was a touchdown. In the second half, they had a 17 play drive that was a touchdown, 10 play drive that was a field goal, a 10 play drive that was a punt, but it was a 10 play drive. You have to get 2 first downs for that to happen.
That's good, man.
Thank you. It's just the Bengals just utterly dominated this game from the beginning. All right, you ready for my backflip celebration?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that when the Bengals got up after their touchdown in the third quarter and the Bills needed to start driving, and then they got a field goal, the Bengals did, and the Bills really needed to score quickly, Tim, they blitzed. They played the same fucking defense that was dominating all game. They didn't go into prevent. They didn't just let them gain yards, get inside the 25 and be like, holy shit, now let's lock it up so they have to settle for a field goal. No, they made Josh Allen work. They were blitzing. There was like 3 separate times where Romo was like, look at this guy unblocked in the backfield. It was incredible to watch. I was so happy.
Yeah, you've been preaching that prevent defense all year.
It's the stupidest idea ever. It's like, we've been dominating this team. Let's give them some momentum, give them some yards, and then we have to make a play, on 2nd and 7 from the 18.
Yeah, and who cares? You were up plenty. Like if you made a mistake and they scored on a big play, so what? They haven't done it all game.
And
Like you
they're not
have that
stopping your
cushion.
offense.
Yeah.
It was
Although the Eagles did the same thing. The Eagles never let the Giants back into that game.
no.
The Chiefs, though, the Chiefs let the Jags back in.
I, that might be part of the Chiefs, though. They might not be the greatest defense if Chris Jones doesn't get to the quarterback.
I'm just saying.
So am I. Anyways, Lou Amarona or whatever his name is, they talked about him during the game, defensive coordinator. This bud's for you. That was just so good. I was so happy to see it. Mainly because I feel like it proves me right.
It did prove you right. And it does only make sense.
Why change it?
Why let the quarterback get in rhythm
it
or the offense get in rhythm?
right. If Josh Allen, if they played prevent defense and he scored on 5 plays, that could have changed everything.
Yeah,
It
it would
just
have.
it was great to see. I think they even picked up like 2 first downs, but it took Josh Allen breaking tackles in the backfield and scrambling. It was it was the best. I was so pumped. All right, we can move on to the last game of the weekend, which was it was weird. It was a sloppy defensive battle, but it was a good game. The the
I just don't
49ers beating the Cowboys.
I just don't buy into the Cowboys. Never have, really.
No,
I guess they never haven't really been good since we've watched football closely.
no, this does like one of my earliest memories is like Steve Young, Terrell Owens 49ers team. Because I remember I liked Steve Young. I was like, oh, this guy's cool. Throws
Yeah, you're a
lefty. And
Big Steve Young guy. Well, you think you should be a lefty.
well, yeah, I was born a natural lefty. Saw everyone in my family as a righty, so I became righty. And that is proven in an old home video where I am a child and I pick up a toy. I don't like how the toy plays. It wasn't working for me, and I threw it, and it was all done lefty. There you go.
Wow, we got to the bottom of that. Um,
Anyways,
I haven't seen this footage to the listeners. I was probably doing something cooler. Um, he throws righty just fine. Doesn't seem to affect him in any way. So not
no,
good.
no, no. Yeah, but just imagine
I'm just saying,
if it
my
was
1 year
natural.
can throw with both hands.
I bet I can throw lefty better than your 1 year old.
Just just trying to
Is
prove a
is
point.
is she challenging me?
She might be.
All right,
She's
that's
big
fine.
into rap music now, so
I saw that.
watch out. But
Anyways, Tim, back to the game. Uh, but it was just a defensive, ugly struggle for a while, and then Kyle Shanahan just kind of did his thing, and
Kyle Shanahan, or did the Cowboys get brocked?
well, I mean, based on the stats, Tim, I think the Cowboys were handling Purdy pretty well.
No, but I think it was a good test for a rookie quarterback. Like you got the shit kicked out of you for 4 quarters, and then you scored a touchdown to win the game. Or through, you know what I mean?
I mean, Christian McCaffrey
Sustained
ran
it,
it in, but
but you sustained a drive to get down there.
yeah. No,
That
I mean,
that Kittle catch was
unreal. What made this game exciting was the each defense stepping up towards the end.
yeah.
Even the Cowboys like forcing a punt. I mean, you ended up with the ball at 45 seconds, but you know,
We'll get to that.
well, let's just get to it.
Well, hold on. I have a question first.
Okay.
So you used to play a little defensive back.
Yeah, of course.
Um,
Thank
why
you for
didn't
remembering.
why didn't Diggs just take Kittle's head off? Who cares about 15 yards? You take his head off and you worry about the penalty. Or you blow his
Yeah,
knee out. Like what do you don't miss? I'll tell you what you don't do is you don't miss.
yeah, I honestly think at that point he he saw the other guy. I don't know. He must have just I think at this point you do calculate like I'll get tossed out of the game for this. I know what you're saying, but I
Okay,
do
so don't hit him. He could have just hit him, period.
you could have just hit defenseless like in the shoulder. You would still probably still would have got defenseless receiver, but you don't
He
like
had tipped the ball.
I know, but I think they'd still flag him for a defenseless receiver even though it was
You're not
tipped.
getting thrown out of the game for that.
No, I was thinking you were talking about hitting him in the head. But if you just lay him out with like a chest shot, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why you don't just make contact. Yeah.
You're allowed to hit him in the legs. They want you to hit him in the legs. Like Kittle's knee would have exploded. Maybe both of them.
Yeah, I don't know. You knew me, you know me. They used to call me the torpedo. Oh, no, it wasn't the torpedo, it was the tomahawk because I would my name and I'd just fly around there knocking people out.
Yep, that's what they called you.
Yeah,
Um,
tomahawk. It's actually the name of my user on the computer. I did it when I got the computer in like 2015, and now it's like save these files under Tomahawk, and I'm like, oh geez,
oh geez, I have a real job. I'm
I
a
need to,
professional. Um,
I need to change some
yeah, but
life
that just
choices.
that killed the Cowboys. That was the biggest play of the game.
Yeah, Tim, it's bang bang. You know,
It was not. He was running at him for like 10 yards.
yeah, I don't know. I'll have to
I
watch the
would
L
take,
22.
I'm just saying, I would take the 15 yards.
Yeah, well, Tim, I don't know what to tell you.
Well,
All right,
what I would tell him is to hit him in the
so at
head.
the so to end the game, the there was so much. There's so much. It seems like it's always like bad decisions, bad coaching, bad everything. And it started with the game should have ended, but Elijah Mitchell just kept running and ran out of bounds. He just baseball slide. It's over. So that so he picks up the first down. They get to bleed the clock a little more, and then they punt the ball to the Cowboys. And here we go. 45 seconds left. Great punt.
Was a nice punt. You
Really
know, I like
pinned him down there. And
45 seconds though, no timeouts is a lot of time.
not, yeah, but from the two? Is that where they got it?
It's an explosive offense.
Oh, at the six. Well, now that changes everything from the six. But they run an incomplete pass, then a 9-yard pass for a completion out of bounds. 9-yard pass out of bounds to Dalton Schultz. And then,
Dak almost got a safety.
yeah, that was a weird play. Why did the guy not tackle him? He like just chest bumped him.
I don't know, but he also held on to the ball.
No, I get that, but that I just kept thinking like that lineman or linebacker, I don't know who it was, just didn't hit him with full force.
I don't. Yeah,
And then,
this last minute really put my head in a pretzel.
yeah, and especially after what'd you make? You made something? You had something in the oven? Didn't, oh no, that was on Saturday night. You had something, some cheese dish that you couldn't eat anything I had in my house.
Oh, the taco pie. I ate that on Saturday or on Sunday. Yeah,
And there's no carbs in that taco pie.
zero. Well, maybe one.
I
It's
just,
just ground beef and cheese.
that's not a healthy diet. All right.
It's not. Nobody ever said it was.
But all right, with 10 seconds left, Tim,
Here it is. Play of the year. I
Dalton
almost made it
Schultz.
out of Legos.
No. Dalton Schultz one.
Oh,
The guy catches the ball and just doesn't get 2 feet down. He just steps out of bounds. What a doofus.
what was it? 15 yards?
Yeah, 15 yards, Tim. That puts you at the, what's 24 plus 15? 39?
Yeah.
Now, honestly, that makes things different
That does
Hail
make it a lot
Mary
different.
wise
Yeah.
because you could do another 15-yard out and then throw a Hail Mary.
And
And
not
then,
run the next play.
all right, Tim. Okay. So last year, the
don't under-
Cowboys lose to the 49ers in the playoffs because they ran a QB draw with no timeouts, and Dak Prescott slid. So this year they're like, fuck that. Here's what we're doing. Linemen spread out at receivers. Two receivers behind the linemen. Here we go. Ready for this? Our second most explosive player, third if you count the guy that actually caught the ball, that's like the kick returner, up there. Ezekiel Elliott, ineligible at center. His sole purpose was to just eat a huge hit. He snapped the ball, good snap, and then
Did you see how he snapped it? He snapped it
him, he's a
sideways,
running back.
like we're playing in the backyard.
A
I didn't even know
lineman
that
just
was
took a
legal.
clean shot, just laid him out. And
Yeah,
then all this fanciness to run a slant. They ran an 8-yard slant.
I
Tackled.
think
Just tackled. Game over.
somebody was saying that it was supposed to be like a hook and ladder, and
Yeah.
that they didn't expect Ezekiel Elliott to get destroyed by the defensive
He was
lineman.
ineligible. I guess you could have pitched it to him.
Still, he had to block.
From
He didn't
what
have
I
anybody block.
hear it was get it to that guy. Whoever caught it. What's his name? Turpin?
Turpentine, yeah.
Yeah, Turpin. And then
Figure it
the
out.
linemen on the other side of the field were supposed to have like a convoy for CD Lamb.
Hmm.
But you know what happened?
Where was CD Lamb?
The other side of the field, so he's gonna have to catch it, throw it.
No, I get it, but like he didn't.
Well, what happened was they ran a normal slant route that just got smothered by the defensive back.
Hmm.
So
They also rushed two and only had a running back blocking.
yeah. So then Dak had to
So
make
did they
quick
watch
decision.
the Colts
That Colts
Patriots?
Patriots thing. That was everyone must have thought of that. Do you
That's
remember
what I
watching
thought.
that
And
on
I was
Willow Street?
confused. I was confused.
No,
And
who
then
was
they tacked
confused?
the offense.
The two defenders on the Patriots when the Colts ran that. They were looking at each other like, you get the center, I'll get Pat McAfee. It was
I'll
Pat
just
McAfee,
tackle.
right?
Yeah. He was like, I'll just tackle him.
You get
That
him and
was
I'll.
different though. That was under center.
I get it. It's just like what 1 against 2 is not a good matchup. Have you?
No.
You did shed drills when they would send two just to be dicks.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I, I I can't imagine. That's the best play in the playbook. That's the best one you have.
They definitely said if we need a 70-yard play with no timeouts and no time, this is the play.
What does it look like in practice? Did they not expect two people to rush?
Well,
like,
Tim, maybe they're bird dogging it. Hit, hit,
probably.
hit.
I just don't understand how bad you overthink things. You would have been better off just throwing it 50 yards in the air to CD Lamb.
The two
And
plays
hoping
that
there's a
work
flag.
there is you just run the quick pass and you just do a million laterals and maybe something happens, or you throw the 50-yard pass and you pray for an offensive or a defensive pass interference. That's
it.
That's it. There, nothing else is going to work.
You're not going to outsmart NFL players like that. It's not a high school team that's going to be like, wait a minute, I can't rush because there's no linemen. Is that how this works?
Not to mention, like, everyone talks about how good D'Amico Ryans is at being defensive coordinator. He was probably like, just run over Zeke. They called the timeout. Just run over the running back playing center and make the quarterback have to throw it fast.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, let's take a break.
You drop. So they rushed 2.
Mm-hmm.
So they dropped 9.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure 3 of them were standing at like the other 25.
But there's also 4 linemen out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's
so,
still,
you know what? I'm not gonna cover that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
so
like
now you're at least double teaming your 2 top wide receivers.
I want to hear the explanation, but you got to keep that ace up your sleeve for next year? Because it just seems like it will be Mike
When
McCarthy and Dak
when they
again.
ever came out and he was standing sideways looking at Dak Prescott, I was like, this is a joke. This is a joke play.
uh, okay. Let's take a quick break and then we'll talk about the championship Sunday. Tim, we're back and we got championship Sunday. 2 games. As we mentioned, the winners were the Eagles against the 49ers, which is being played at 3:00. Oh, sorry. I should say 49ers at the Eagles. 3:00
That
games
was
in
a weird
Philly.
way you said that.
And then, well, I was looking at the last page I was on had the 49ers. And then you have the Bengals at the Chiefs. Getting me all mixed up. Anyways, so we'll start with 49ers Eagles. What are your thoughts? Where are you thinking?
I'm having some trouble with this game, but I want to go Niners.
Because of your bet?
Well, yes, that would be very good financially. Um, I just don't buy into the Eagles yet.
20 weeks
Like you
in.
said, I just don't think the Giants were that good.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not going to run the ball against the Niners like that. And I don't think they'll be able to. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to pass that well against that 49ers defense. I just don't. I don't believe in Jalen Hurts. I guess it's the biggest point.
Bold. Bold. They've dominated, but I
No,
have
we've all you have always seen this team that dominates the regular season and then just runs up against a better team that's more tested in the playoffs.
wow. Wow. Good luck to us getting Philly listeners.
Yeah, and they're a tough crowd.
But to be honest with you, Tim, I have just been thinking the 49ers are quietly just the best team for a long time now. Even if it was Jimmy G, I just feel like their defense
I
is
would feel more
awesome.
comfortable if it was Jimmy G.
Did you see Fred Warner cover a seam route
Yeah,
on CeeDee Lamb?
yep. And it
That's
was
it's enough for me to just be like, okay, I'm going to pick the 49ers in every game from here on out.
and their linebackers are so fast. It's not even fair.
Coming from watching my favorite team have linebackers that aren't. Yes,
It's crazy. Between Warner and Greenlaw, it's ridiculous.
the best part, well, the best play of the game was definitely the Fred Warner on CeeDee Lamb. But after Greenlaw got the 15-yard penalty, he just was like, nah, he didn't react. Then he made a huge play on 3rd down. It was just like, yeah, okay, they got 15 yards. But
Yeah.
I agree with you. The
Also,
defense is so good that you can
there
win a game with 19 points, I think.
there is a formation they run where it's Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, McCaffrey, and then I think they run a second tight end. But every skill player on that in that formation is so good. Like, how do you stop that?
Yeah. I I was thinking watching as McCaffrey scored the winning touchdown. I was like, the
Oh no,
McCaffrey
it's with the
trade.
tight end, in there. So it's an I formation with Kittle is like split off the tackle, and then
Mhm.
it's Debo and Ayuk because
Mm.
their fullback is nasty.
Yeah, use check.
Yeah,
No, I was just thinking as he scored that touchdown, it's like 49ers just got Christian McCaffrey.
or
Like
nothing.
when healthy is the best running back in football, just never stayed healthy. And here he is healthy and he just went the 49ers just got him.
Yeah,
Like how
Panthers needed a
ridiculous
washer
is that?
machine.
Uh, but how clean are the Panthers' clothes? Yeah, it's crazy that they can line up in a game, any given game, the best person at wide receiver, the best person at running back, and the best person at tight end in that game. Now, this one, I would say
And
Debo and AJ
the
Brown are pretty evenly matched. I
yeah,
AJ Brown's
Debo's more
awesome.
dynamic, but yeah, he just gets the ball in different ways. That's I'm
Another
not saying like,
thing, I know I always revisit this, but I like to think of everyone was, and rightfully so, but everyone's like, oh, Mahomes is the best player in football, or Joe Burrow is the best player in football, or Justin Jefferson. When you go position by position, who's better at their specific position, I always go to Aaron Donald, but Trent Williams, my God,
yeah.
it, you
I
know,
mean, he's been the best tackle in football, and the Commanders, former Redskins, did try to kill him.
not well. That was they should have done everything to keep him on the team.
Well, no, they misdiagnosed his cancer, and
Yeah,
he
but yeah, they should have done that right, and then been like, we will do whatever it takes to not have you leave,
and where's he go? San Francisco. Why do they all go to San Francisco?
because it's probably nice there, Tim.
I've been there. It rains.
Yeah, but that stadium is like 45 minutes, maybe even more from the city. It's
You don't think they're getting as much rain?
Santa Clara. I don't know. I'll get the Farmer's Almanac. But I think we agree on this one that 49ers win. And that keeps your bet alive. Are you doing it
Uh,
or
huh?
are you picking the
Uh,
49ers?
yeah.
Do you know the weather in Philly for Sunday?
I hope it snows.
Okay, Trot Nixon. Get it?
Yeah.
Would you know I was going to say that?
Yeah, the rabbit. Yeah, he was always into the weather.
The rabbit. R.I.P. All right. Sorry for everyone that's new to us on YouTube. The weather for Sunday is, game over, game set match. 50 degrees?
Uh, Philly, you're fucked.
Come on. You're not even gonna get a 28-degree day? Never mind. All right. I think I've said all right 300 times today, so I apologize. Bengals at
Don't
KC.
worry about it.
Bengals at KC. What do you think?
It's the Bengals.
I think
Mahomes is hurt, and the Chiefs defense is not that good.
I would consider the Bengals, regardless of Mahomes' status, and a gimpy Mahomes. No, I know the goal isn't for us to agree on everything here, but come on.
This is just the way it's lining up.
The Bengals are going to do a better job on Kelsey. I can guarantee that.
Yeah, he's not going to have 14 catches.
I mean, last year this game was played in this exact setting, AFC Championship game, and Mahomes got messed up on just three guys rushing.
Yeah, he also probably had scrambled eggs for brains.
Yeah, well, Tim, that's not our problem. That's the spotters.
I'm just saying, like the Chiefs were smashing the Bengals, but I think that this Bengals team is better significantly than last year's.
Yeah,
Wait,
if
is
they
it?
just didn't do something stupid at the one, remember they didn't score from the one before halftime and that changed everything?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's what's there to say? The Bengals and the 49ers,
No, it was Bengals Rams. Never
in
mind.
my humble opinion, are the two better teams playing in the two games. So I know they're the away teams, but I just feel like they're gonna win.
I don't feel like that matters as much.
I mean, it matters somewhat.
I don't know. Like, you think Burrow cares that he's going to Kansas City? Brock Purdy might care when he's in Philly and they're throwing batteries at him
Well,
because those guys don't play.
I know. You tried to get a hockey game put on at a Phillies bar once.
Oof, Try being a Celtics fan against the Sixers in the playoffs.
Well, they won that game. Did they eliminate him? Didn't they eliminate him that day?
No, they won. I think they won Game 5, and I was the only one cheering for the Celtics.
Were you loud about it?
I was making a scene. I was, I was a couple PBRs in. That's the one thing Philly's good for. Two
Little
dollar,
PBR on tap. Yeah,
$2 and
yeah,
cheesesteaks.
that'll kill you. I'll kill you dead. Yeah, any more insight? Like with Mahomes gimping around, I just
I just don't. After watching the Bengals offense, I somebody is always open, and it's like they're just doing like hooks, and then they get 10 extra yards because they're that open.
yeah, yeah. And
I don't know. I'm just not. Nobody on the Chiefs defense scares me.
well, I mean, Chris Jones against this banged up line is a situation to monitor.
Yeah, I, I guess, but like you're just gonna double team them, leave a
Yeah,
running back in.
I get it. I'm
I'm
just
talking
saying,
more secondary versus wide receiver. I don't. And then as far as the Chiefs go, like, would you say the Chiefs offense is that much better than the Bills offense?
yes. It I mean,
Out
but that's
like
with Mahomes
Mahomes is better
healthy.
than Allen,
Yeah, that's with a
but I'm
healthy
talking
Mahomes.
weapons wise. Like, there's nobody like Stephon Diggs on the Chiefs. Granted, that's
No.
not their offense, but
No, but I know everyone loves to shit on Collinsworth for it, but like Mahomes is that good. He is as good as Collinsworth freaks out. So
yeah, but I think
you can
Mahomes is
have
going to be
Tony
hurt.
and Smith Schuster and Pacheco and Kelsey and be effective. Like, think about this. Think of the like 2011 and 10, 11, 12, 13 Patriots. They had good slot guys in Welker and Edelman, but it was Gronk. And, while he was still there, it was Hernandez. But there there
All right.
is there is a no. Um there is a an element to just having a quarterback that can just do it. And that's what the Chiefs have.
I agree, but I just think he's not like you don't get a high ankle sprain and play the next day or the next week.
Totally, totally. And that's why I went from I would probably lean Bengals to like I just think the Bengals are going to win because he's hurt. Like his ankle at this point, and I've never gotten a high ankle sprain. I've just twisted my ankle. I'm not a high level athlete like Mahomes, and I don't have resources like he does, but his ankle is going to be fucked up till March, April.
Yeah.
Like it's just going to be like weird zings. You're going to be like, God damn it. Ankles.
He
They're
gets
finicky bastards.
hit one good time in that ankle.
Right. One guy kind of
I'm just saying, you're in that defensive line room. Coach walks out.
Tim
Everybody's saying the
after
same
Gate.
thing. No, the coach isn't there. Everybody's saying the same thing. Just roll up on him one time early in the game.
Just like
That's all you need.
just fall.
No, just do a little extra roll and hit his ankle. It
All
is
right.
what it is.
So we both think that the Super Bowl what is this? Super Bowl 57? Is that right? That can't be right. I'm not good at Roman numerals.
What does it look like?
52. 50, 57 LVII. That's 57.
L is a number and
L
V.
is 50. 5 is V. 1 and 1. Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, maybe.
Jeez. Super Bowl 52 was that long ago? 28-3? 51? That was 51. I guess it was. Fuck.
Yeah.
All right. All right, this is what everyone's waiting for. Another food review, food list here. So Tim came up with another one. He told me about it the other night. So Tim, you want to tell the people?
Yep. So we're gonna do summer foods. You know, with the weather recently and
Oh, could
my
you
lack
just
of
repeat that
power.
again? You kind of froze. I know you've been having some power issues.
A lot of power issues recently. Gonna lose it again tonight, so looking forward to that. I'm looking at my computer. It says heavy snow soon. So another
But it's
tree
gonna
will go
switch to
down.
rain. Don't worry about it.
Tom, they shut our power off this afternoon just to test it.
Got a test. I mean, you have to run a test.
Who
So, anyways, we're doing
who
summer
else in the
food.
world? Summer foods.
All right, why don't you give your list and then I'll
Are we
go.
doing an in order?
Tim, it
Last
is
week we did.
5-1. My
Oh
God.
God. All right. I gotta make some
No one
adjustments.
no one gives the number one answer away first. It's like, well, what do I give a shit about the next four?
Okay, okay. They're being pretty adamant about this. Just gotta do a couple swappies here.
Just read it the opposite way.
Um, number 5, corn on the cob.
Okay.
Obviously, for me, with my soft teeth, cut it off the cob.
Okay.
Uh, number 4, I'm gonna go chicken kebabs
hmm
or just kebabs in general.
hmm
Number 3, potato salad. Always, it's the best salad out there.
hmm
Number 2, burgers and dogs. Number 1, bone-in barbecue chicken.
Okay. Now,
I, you might wonder, there's no steak on that list. That's a year-round food.
I mean, I could leave where this Zoom, probably not now because it's 9 o'clock at night. Tomorrow morning, I could wake up, go to a grocery store, and get anything for all those ingredients except maybe corn on the cob. Any ingredient for all those foods. It's
Yeah,
a
but they
it's a
don't taste.
vibe check, Tim, and that's why my number one is going to conflict with that. Anyways,
Oh, Jesus.
I'm going to go 5 corn on the cob, but I got to be honest, you're only having it in August and September. That's it. Late
That's
August,
fair. That's
September.
fair.
Number 3, or no, sorry, number 4, a cone of ice cream.
Interesting. Didn't even think about desserts on this
Yeah,
list.
yeah. But Tim, come on. You just
Yeah.
you just played all day, maybe swam. Let's go get
A
a cone.
twist with a cardboard cone.
Okay, I was thinking hard.
I'm a soft serve guy.
Well, you got those teeth. Number
Yeah.
3, I'm gonna disagree with your salad assessment. I'm gonna say pasta salad.
You're a fuck.
No.
And you're probably doing Italian dressing.
Well, yeah. What else do you put on it?
Mayonnaise,
Zesty Italian.
mayonnaise, tuna
No.
fish, eggs,
Oh my God. Oh God.
black olive, black olives, whatever
Oh,
else mom puts in it.
jeez. Number
That's just
2,
yeah,
you got to go the classic. You got to go burgers and dogs. I did like your
that's fair.
choice of kebabs. That was nice. That was a nice little wrinkle because God, I love a kebab.
George tried to kill me once.
Nah, Tim, you knew it wasn't cooked. Slice the chicken.
Debatable.
And number 1 is grilled steak tips.
Yeah, they're good.
Tim,
They're good.
come
It was
on.
hard, but I
You
eat
can,
steak tips all the time.
so do I. I also eat barbecue chicken all the time.
Oh, I don't eat that. No, I don't barbecue chicken in the winter.
What, Tim, come over my house on a Sunday after football. I'll barbecue you some chicken. You tell me you can't barbecue chicken in the winter. I gotta fix my grill though.
Yeah, you got a bad girl.
All right, what do you think? What do you think? What are some honorable mentions? What might have been left off?
I would have said macaroni salad the real way.
Well, I said pasta salad, not macaroni salad. It's totally different. This is rotini.
Other things left off.
Oh, wait, hold on. Redoing it,
Oh, oh,
not redoing it completely. I'm taking ice cream off because I'm going to put a meal. This is so essential to me in my life that I'm going to bump pasta salad to 4 in my
okay.
number 3. So now I'm going
Hold on, hold on.
5 corn on the cob,
Yeah,
4 pasta salad. My new number 3
it's a
is a,
whole meal.
yes. Yeah. It is a fried seafood platter. Gimme the clams.
Mm,
Gimme the shrimp. Give me. Why am I blanking on the round ones?
Scallops.
Scallops. I was thinking scallions, but
Yeah, that'd be
no,
weird if
that's
they fried.
that's it. That's in the allium family. It's like an onion. It's called green onions, actually.
Yeah.
I guess we
I
can
do
wrap
like
up there. Go ahead.
uh clam strips. I like
Yeah,
scallops too. What's the third one on there?
fried shrimp.
Oh,
Oh,
I can't have that.
yeah. Tim, I heard something is gonna blow your mind. Speak since we're on the topic of food. Did you
There's shrimp
know?
and tequila.
No. Did you know that you can have sneezing fits from eating too much food? And who has sneezing fits all the time and overeats?
Eight.
You. It's you, Tim. Just think about that.
Huh. Eating too much.
Interesting, huh?
I haven't sneezed in like a week.
Well, you haven't been eating a lot.
It's not true. I must have eaten 15 mini tacos on Sunday.
Tim, you have a problem. And, there's a lot of places that can help out. The first thing is you just got to stand up and say, "Hi, my name is Tim." And
Have you ever had a mini taco?
I'm I'm an overeater or I'm an alcoholic.
They're just so good. I don't
Um,
know.
all right, Tim, we will wrap it up there.
I
Call it a
gotta go to
night.
bed. I got stuff
Uh,
I gotta do.
just want to say one last thing. Thanks for dressing up for the show. And
Thanks. Yeah, I didn't know we were on YouTube tonight, guys. Next week
Tim,
I'll
it's always on YouTube. We're on YouTube now. Like and subscribe the Never Words Pod on YouTube. You'll find us there doing the shenanigans stuff. Maybe I'll make a cool little graphic. I'm not going to, but someday of our food list.
all right, guys. Yeah. Well,
All right, bye,
I'm
Tim.
probably gonna wear the same thing next week. So
Bye, Tim.
bye.